What's up, people? BCHQ, back with another discussion time. This is for Salehs Mastermind. Your question was, are older generations putting too much pressure on younger generations to support them? Pension crisis, etc. Should human beings try to live as long as possible, accept an earlier expiration, kind of like a Logan's Run thing? I'll start off by saying I haven't ever watched Logan's Run, so I'm not really clued up on that. As far as the older generation putting pressure on the younger, from my own experience, what I know from living in the UK, I do feel that they kind of do put a lot of pressure on young people. I think it has a large say on the way you're brought up, though. Obviously, if you're brought up in a wealthy family, you've got rich parents, then obviously they're not, the children of them families are not going to have that pressure because they've got money there already. Whereas people like myself and probably even middle class to lower class, from what I know, there is quite a bit of pressure on young people to support older people. And I get it if the older people are like post like war veterans and things like that, or have health problems and that side of things, but I don't think it's always fair on the younger people. I do feel like there is very snotty, ignorant older people that think they can say and do what they want because they've lived a long life, and that shouldn't be like that. On the whole, the older people I've experienced have been alright, but there have been a few that I think piss off, mate. Like, you can't just act how you want because you feel you're entitled to it because you're old. I've had a few instances on the bus before. I was like, just snotty people. Like, for instance, I got on the bus once and it was a really hot day, so I opened the window, like a small one at the top, and the bloke that did it was kind of partially blind, I think, so I didn't want to make a scene because I was very close to turning around and saying no, because all the other windows were closed, but it was boiling, and people are entitled to fucking breathe fresh air on the bus as well. Especially some drivers on the bus put the heating on in the summer as well, which is ridiculous. But I'd had like a long day and I needed some air. I get very het up and quite aggressive and just can't be doing with it. Like, I hate the summertime because it just makes me feel ill, and I just want to go in my room and shut down and just like be in the dark because I can't handle the heat. So that was an occasion. That's happened a few times with a few old people that think that they can just come over and shut the windows and stuff and just do what they want. And I let it slide because I didn't want to cause a scene. Especially, that's another side of things as well. If you have an argument with an older person, the majority of the time you're looked as the bad person because it's like you're picking on them because they're vulnerable, because they're old, and it shouldn't be like that. Judge people on individual circumstances. And I know that my missus as well has had a few arguments with older people on the bus because she's put the kids in disabled areas where they tell you to put the buggies anyway. But we get up if there's an old person that wants to sit there or a disabled person needs to get there. We'll get up anyway. But no one was there at the time, and she had an argument with some bloke. and it got quite het up apparently. I wasn't there, but it's definitely happened a few times. I think it's to do with the area I live in as well. There's a lot of snobby people around here. So that's the first part of the question. I kind of went into a bit of one there, sorry about that. Pensions. I just hate it in this country. It's getting worse. People being forced to work longer now, like into their 80s in some cases, I think. There's no support a lot of the time for the old people. They're changing benefits from, even if they've been in a career choice for decades, they'll change it so they've got nothing when they retire. So they're kind of forced into a situation where they can't really retire because they've got no money, which is disgusting. As I said, on the whole, I really like old people. I think they're very funny, and the pension thing is a big thing over here. I'm out of work at the moment, but I hate to think how long I've got to work for. Shitty minimum wage and the hours, it's ridiculous. I'm refusing to work full time now because I wanna get a part-time job, because I don't want to spend my life doing a meaningless job, missing out on family stuff, not seeing my kids. But people look down on you when you have that kind of view. But I don't care. Like, you live your life. Get your fucking Bentleys and your Porsches and your Ferraris and your mansions, and go out for your 3-course meal shit. I'd rather have quality family time with my kids. It's just the attitude of this country, though. Should human beings try to live as long as possible or accept an earlier expiration? I don't think you should try and go out your way to live to a certain age. You should just live your life. Try and be happy. That's the main thing. And just see what you can make of life. Like, there's no point putting a goal on your life, because you never know what's around the corner. A lot of people seem to have money as their inspiration and think if they haven't got money they can't be happy, which is a load of bollocks. It definitely helps, but not all the time. There's a lot of rich people out there that are unhappy. So yeah, I don't think you should try and live as long as possible, because you never know what's going to happen. You could try and then you'll die. So, do you know what I mean? So that's where my thoughts are on it, guys. Shout out to, I've had I think about 3 subscribers last week or so. The subscribers have gone down a bit to what they were, but that's alright. Like, I watched Nate Seymour's video the other day, and he was going on, he doesn't do it for the views and that. Like, I know I'm never gonna fucking I'm not in it to, be fucking Piers Morgan. I'm here to just speak my mind. Like, hopefully you guys like it. It still amazes me that you guys like my channel, to be honest. So thanks again for your support. I got a video coming Friday. Watch out for that. Hope you like that. I just had an idea the other night. Obviously I'll explain it more when the time comes. Until then, stay safe. Appreciate everyone's support again. See you soon.